Good morning, Year 5. So following yesterday fantastic lesson, we're going today to develop a diary entry. And I know you're really good at developing diary entries because you've done it probably in Year 2, in Year 3, Year 4, and we've done some already in Year 5 this year. So without further ado, grab your English book, your pen, your ruler, maybe your pencil, and I will see you in a moment. Okay, amazing, Year 5. I can see you're ready. So please write the date and the LO for today. So the date is Tuesday, the 9th of February, 2021. And the LO for today is to use a myth to develop a diary entry. As you would do in class, write it neatly with the capital letters and underline date and LO. Pause the video and I will catch up with you in a moment. Amazing, Year 5. So as I've said before, I know that you are skilled enough to write a diary entry, but to challenge some of you, I've added here on the side some key skills for Year 5. So today you can say, okay, I'm going to use or to try to have 4 or 5 of these skills in my writing, or maybe I'm just going to focus on one and try to have it. So these skills are expanded noun phrases. You know, it's when we've got different adjectives and then we've got the noun. Precise vocabulary, relative clauses, embedded relative clauses, subordinate clauses. Remember the subordinate clauses? We looked at them last week. The tense is important. And if you remember diary entry, normally the writing is in the past. Now, looking at the structure of your diary, is going to be organized in paragraphs, and we would like to have some link between sentences within a paragraph and some links between paragraphs. So these targets are just here to support you and to maybe give you a bit of a challenge if you're ready for that. But without further ado, let's start. So your activity for today is going to be developing a diary entry as King Midas. We looked at the myth of King Midas yesterday, then we looked at the video of King Midas. Do you remember the one with a modern twist? So today you're going to pretend you're King Midas. And I suggest you have 3 parts in your diary. So it could be 3 different days or 3 different moments within the same entry. I suggest paragraph 1 is the situation now. Basically, when King Midas realizes that having everything turning into gold is probably not the best idea. Paragraph 2, a bit of a flashback. How did it start? How did this mess start? And paragraph 3, what's next? So is there any solution that can help King Midas? So let's move back. Paragraph 1, the situation now. And I've modeled it for you. So as always, use it if you want to, take a part of it, take some words out of it, or maybe not at all because you don't like it and you want to go on with your own entry, and that's absolutely fine. So let's have a look. Starving, need food, dying. It all started with a stupid wish. Because I thought I could be richer than any man alive, I have now lost everything. Starving. Philomena, who was my beautiful and precious daughter, is dead for all I know. Need food. How could someone survive being turned into gold? As the gold slowly covered earth, she tried to shout, help, but it was too late. Dying. Now I need help. So obviously here, and we can see that King Midas is kind of a bit stuck, to say the least. And I've tried to express this with just few words and this ... that I know you really like. So starving, need food, dying. And then he explained few things about it. And he even calls him like stupid wish. You know, you remember when he wished that everything he will touch will turn into gold. That was really stupid. Sorry for using the word, but Is King Midas using it? Now, this is the paragraph 1, the situation now. Now, I remember that I had some grammar targets, so let's see what I managed to get. So, I'm taking my ruler. So, I have here, where is it? Philomena, who was my beautiful and precious daughter? So, I've got who was my beautiful and precious daughter is a relative clause. But because it's in between commas, it's called an embedded relative clause. So I've got an embedded relative clause here. Then I also have a subordinate clause here. As the gold slowly covered her, and because my subordinate clause is at the start of a sentence, I have a comma here to separate it from the main clause. I don't have at this point an expanded noun phrase, but I've got something I didn't mention in my target. I've got a modal verb here, could, and I've got it here again, could. I also spot different sign of punctuation. I've got a question mark here, for example. I've got an exclamation mark here. So already one paragraph and I've managed to have some of my year 5 targets. As I said before, you don't have to, but maybe sometimes it's nice to have a challenge. So that was paragraph 1, the situation now. Now we said we're going to move to paragraph 2, like with a bit of a flashback, how it all started. Now I haven't developed these parts because I thought that would be nice if you can do it by yourself, so you're a bit more freedom for you. However, I've given you some maybe ideas of what you could include. This is how it began. And maybe you could have a part where you write about the moment from the wish. Remember why you wished that everything will turn into gold. And remember this moment when you ask the king, the god Dionysus, to turn everything you will touch into gold. Now, include what you, remember your King Midas did, how you felt, what you saw, like the first moment, like, oh, wow, great, I'm so powerful, I can change everything into gold. So obviously, everything started and you were super happy, excited, but soon enough, it turned into misery. So it would be nice to have a part in this paragraph with a bit of a contrast from happiness to sadness and misery. So that is paragraph 2, how it all started, with few ideas for you to use. And paragraph 3, which is going to be the final paragraph of our diary entry today. What's next? Are you, remember your King Midas, just going to die? Or will you try to save your daughter and yourself? And if you remember in the original myth of King Midas asked Dionysus for an extra wish, which is to save his daughter. So maybe it's a solution you've got in mind, to ask for an extra wish. Or maybe, because you're very imaginative, you've got another solution in mind. Up to you, year 5. I'm sure you will have plenty of ideas to share. Now, just to recap, you're King Midas today, and you've got to develop a diary entry. Paragraph 1, the situation now, not looking good. Flashback, paragraph 2, how it all started. And this is where I want to see different parts from happiness to sadness, misery. And finally, paragraph 3, what's next? What can he do? What can you do to escape this misery? As always, year 5, post your diary entry on Dojo, and I can't wait to see what you've been up to today. Good luck, and I see you later. Bye.